Hey there, Cheesemeisters, and welcome back to the season premiere. It's season 5 of the Peach Pod, yo! And that would have been Back and Forth by Aaliyah. That was playing at Doheni's, the hottest bar in town where Jesse works, that I think we'll go to like twice more, maybe. So that's how hot it is. It's like Hansel. It's so hot right now. But that was playing when like Steve and Valerie were dancing, and David was walking through with his baggy ass suit and his cool ass haircut, and all of that was happening. That's when Back and Forth was playing. I am Jeff, and she's the girl who's going to be staying in Brenda's room this year. And joining me on the other end of the internet, my co-host.
I'm Leslie, and you know me. I just put on a happy face and dance.
Fucking A. Bunch of avocado heads.
I know. That's some great commentary.
I feel like I'm going to project just a little bit, and I'm not going to say that this is going to hold true. But I feel like the way that Brenda was your spirit animal in some ways, Valerie on the phone rolling that joint, just getting ready to shade on everybody, is your new spirit animal.
Yep.
Maybe just
Come
a little
here,
bit.
baby.
That's right. You love them brunettes.
I love them bitchy brunettes.
Different ways than I do. This week, Cheesemeisters, we are talking about Season 5, Episode 1, What I Did on My Summer Vacation and Other Stories. Original air date, September 7th, 1994. Otherwise known as the day I started watching this show for reals.
Hey.
But we'll talk about that later. Did you throw up in your mouth or throw something this episode?
I threw something when Iris decided a voicemail was the time and place to berate poor Dylan. Like, come the fuck on, you lackluster piece of shit parent. And projector of peace? Fuck off, Iris. Go back to your pineapple house and stuff it.
I love it. I kind of want to talk about that a little bit in what this episode's really about.
Sure.
I added that to my notes of a certain subject matter for this episode. But yeah, Iris just like coming in off the top rope with the Macho Man elbow. Just
how could you be so stupid to spend all your father's money, which I never touched?
The money that I never spent any of because I am perfect Iris.
Good God.
Yeah, I loved how the voicemail not only tore Dylan to shreds, but also managed to put Iris over. But she's like,
shout out to this actress. She comes in ready with Iris ready every single time. She was probably as mad as I was when I heard Brenda say, "Oh, I mean, I hope Maggie will be there opening night."
Yeah.
Fuck off. I'm going to say that a lot this episode. I'm mad.
Iris is always there. Iris is always there under the surface to be honest, I think Iris is always there under the surface for you. Like, you could tap into your Iris voice in a heartbeat and be like right there. Yeah.
Hey.
It's great.
Absolutely. I'm ready. Whenever people decide to wise up and cast me, she's ready.
That's right. Y'all ready to be Iris.
The garlic.
I think I could be Iris. I think I've got a fairly decent Iris. Just bubbling under the surface. Okay, so here, all right. So let me ask you before we start talking about the episode. How do you feel about season 5? Like, you're an episode in.
It's off to a cool start. Like,
yeah.
I'm not super down with some of the Melrose Place vibes I was getting, but at the same time, they are growing up, and that is interesting to explore. There are a lot more things you can do with young adults over 18 than you can do with under 18-year-olds.
That's true.
I mean, if we wanted to analyze teen TV, which we could, then, like, you know, obviously
we kind of do every week.
We do, but like the history, I just mean like historically speaking, it's
Broadly
definitely
speaking, got it.
expanded. It's gotten a lot more creative. Um, and yet here we are with the mother of all teen
Yep.
dramas. So like, no, I think it's off to a really cool start. Was I taken in by Val? Absolutely. She got me. And then when she turned, I went, yes, I'm in.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. That's great. I mean, I want to know so much more your experience of watching this because this is when this show becomes this show for me. Like, we talked, obviously, like there's some fucking awesome season 2 Emily Valentine, like fucking Scott's birthday party, oh from hell. And season 3 obviously has just switch it up and David saving the world. And we've got the old stuff with like Brandon yelling at black people because they don't understand racism. And I mean, like, this show is wonderful all the way along.
Yeah.
But it becomes this crazy weird beast starting in season 5 that tickles the shit out of me. And this is clearly the start of it because it has a different energy. This episode,
Definitely.
it's like we're changing this show, but we're gonna. There's a lot of callback to high school. There's a lot of connections to the past, and obviously the whole fucking episode is just telling us what already happened. It's very little of plot happening in this episode,
and like, I really hope it's not. I don't think it's all just because Shannon is gone.
No,
but there is a lightness that, again, that we discussed at the end of season 4. Everyone felt tired and exhausted by Brenda / whatever was happening with Shannon. And like, the writers were feeling it clearly because they inserted it into the scripts and just the actors weren't having to really act other than like be okay with each other in scenes.
Right.
So you can tell that like everyone's had a few weeks off.
Mm-hmm.
The person causing them all stress, or the person they were blaming.
The one they're blaming, yeah.
The one they're blaming, because let's be real, one person is never the cause of all your stress.
No, I was literally just telling Liam the other day that one person is not in charge of the group dynamics.
No, they're not.
I was like, it's a group, man. That's how it works. Like, you can harsh the mellow. You know what I mean? Like, you can be a turd in the punch bowl, but like you don't destroy the group dynamics or create them all on the back of one person.
Yeah.
It really isn't a one bad apple spoils the bunch kind of deal.
True, but sometimes it is very hard to remember that.
Mm-hmm. It's because we're all the stars of our own bullshit. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't feel
we're
like
at the center of, I mean, we're at the center of our own, business. So like, if something happens, we tend to put it on ourselves as like, this happened because of me.
Yeah. Or like, what did I do to deserve? What did I do to deserve this?
Right.
It's like the world really doesn't like.
It ain't about you, Jack.
Yeah. It's not. But again, sometimes it's really hard to convince your brain. I'm pretty sure the only way I can get my brain to shut up is probably to sleep. But sadly, I can't sleep all day. I don't have stuff to do.
No, I don't either. Although, I slept till 8 this morning.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
It was very exciting. And the last hour and a half after I decided to try to go back to sleep, there was weird dreams about electricians and shit and things happening.
What?
I don't know. It didn't matter. It resolved itself because when I woke up, my bathroom lights worked. But it's fine. But yeah, that extra hour of sleep, something, man. I like it.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's they just, it feels like they are wanting to do some new stuff.
Yeah.
And this is a great chance to do that. Because you can, it's the season premiere, so you can, by just do whatever you want, you can send people off in tons of different directions at the start of a new season. You don't have to, all they have to do is explain why they're here now, which is what this whole episode does. It just tells you all this shit. So
haircut, hair growth, you can do anything. Jason
Yep.
Priestley continues to leave for the summer and say, I'm going to mess with my appearance.
That's right. We're coming back. But he's not the only one. There's a lot of new in this episode.
Sure.
So here's what happens. Cindy is like straightening Brenda's diploma and shit, and they got to go to the airport. She's coming in. We're gonna pick her up. Do you think Brandon's gonna be late? We better call him.
Yeah.
I love that beat that they both take there. It's so fun. And so they call Brandon, and Brandon is getting dressed in a humorous manner while Kelly lays in bed sexily, which kind of describes every relationship I've ever been in.
You lay in bed sexily.
Well, I mean, sure. We can go that way.
Stealing your partner's socks.
No, I was thinking more like me hopping up and down on one leg, trying to put my pants on, like a big clown. Yeah. While my partner's like, "What are you doing?
You better
I'm wearing your socks." That's right. I like your distraction. I made that last part up. That's a Kelly thing.
Yeah.
No one's ever appreciated my distractions. That's a lie. I'm a lover. Mood this morning.
I love it. It's helping ease the darkness out of my soul.
Good. So and this scene begins the first of the let us explain that Valerie exists to everybody.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's one thing after another of I gotta go pick up Valerie. Who's Valerie? The girl who's gonna be staying in Brenda's room this year. Someone staying in Brenda's room this year? Yeah, Brenda got accepted to the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts full time because she did such a good job this summer. Wow, that's great. I wonder if we'll ever see her again. I don't know. Maybe. Like, it's that conversation with everybody. It's crazy.
Yeah. I forgot. I threw up when they said she was offered to stay or whatever.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
Good.
But I get it. They got to write you off somehow.
One last chance to vomit on Brenda. I like it.
But yeah, no, I love Brandon's line. Yeah, at this point, I doubt she'll ever come back.
Yeah.
Okay, writers, we get it. You're done.
Yep. Yeah. They just wanted us to know that they knew that we knew. You know, like, you have to acknowledge it. It's out there, so let's just be a little cheeky with it, you know. And
definitely, I love it.
Yeah, and the soft write-off is good because it leaves that door open, you know.
Sure.
The door that she never comes back through, but there was always a chance that she could, unlike poor Douglas Emerson.
But he went off and did something greater, which is join the Air Force.
That's true, where one assumes he learned firearms training.
Right? Oh my God.
I hope Douglas Emerson is better with the safety of his firearm than poor Scott Scanlon, R.I.P. on your own goddamn birthday. It's rough. So Kelly and Dylan are postcoital and seem to be having a delightful time.
Brandon, not Dylan.
Brandon. Oh, why? Did she look depressed?
I love that line.
I know, that was kind of fun. And so, but nobody knows really that they're together because everyone's been gone for the summer. I don't know what they've been doing. Maybe we'll find out this episode. They'll tell us in a bunch of flashbacks. And Brandon's like, bet, let's fuck real quick. And then I'm going to go to the airport. And so he goes to the airport and Kelly goes to the beauty salon, and where we find out that for some reason she and Donna are fighting. Like, they have bad blood. I do not know.
The brunette left, so they had to fight.
They fight each other about David, who is a brunette. So there's flashback, and they had one minor disagreement, and now they don't talk to each other. This is so weird. I feel like the whole reason to do that is just to put them both in a beauty salon so that we can acknowledge that they got a haircut.
I guess it was crazy.
You know what I mean?
But then the salon artist getting involved, I'm like, this is wild. You all would
So
only you must be getting paid really well to give a shit about these girls.
Right. Well, they're just gossip hounds. Like all hairdressers, they love the goss. That's how that
No
works.
one in New York. Why do you think I
Mm.
wait until I go home to get my hair done? Because they will chat with me.
Oh, that's a shame. They get to spill the tea and drink up the tea. It's all about
Oh my
the hair
God. New
tea.
York hair artists make me nervous as hell.
I'm sorry. As long as they're not nervous.
Dude, for real.
You don't want shaky hands with the scissors.
No.
Um, did I ever tell you about the time that Laura tried to shave my hair during COVID?
Oh
Like just to
no.
give me a trim along the
Yeah.
back. Because it was just shaggy. So I'm like, you know how to do this? And she's like, yeah, I can do this. It's fine. I'm like, okay. So she's got the thing and it goes, it's the sound you definitely don't want to hear from behind. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I thought you said you knew how to do this. She's like, I assumed I could.
Can I give
Um,
you another aside to go with that? Because anytime medical students come at me with the otoscope to put it in my
oh
ear, and I'm like,
yeah.
okay, it's fine.
Take
They're
a
not gonna hurt me. Ow!
deep, calming breath, please.
Yeah, I just have to be like, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. But no, I meant them. Take a deep, calming breath, settle
Well,
that shaky ass hand, and
okay, fun fact, they're taught a way to brace like their fingers
yeah,
against to insert it. And usually I have to remind them again, like, hey, why don't you practice on me right now doing it the
yeah,
proper way? Because that guide, use the fucking guide of your hand.
yeah, yeah. Don't
Things I
poke me
wish
in the goddamn ear.
It's fine. My ears are
We're
fine.
far afield. We're like in the second scene of this episode. Um, so I think it's acknowledging that there was a haircut. Like
Yeah.
they have to do that, but they also want to, because I know what's going to happen in the next couple of episodes. They wanted to set up that the Martins are coming back,
Oh, yeah.
and that Donna spent some time in Houston and really enjoyed it. Like, so they wanted to do those two things.
Okay. She spent time at a Houston country club.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
You haven't learned a city if you've only been
No.
at the country club. Go on.
Nope. But she met all these boys who don't give a hoot if she's a virgin.
Clearly, if she's saying give a hoot.
That's called I spent time. How do you know I spent my summer with Felice? I just said don't give a hoot.
Yep. I say it too.
And also apparently give these hairdresser actors like a lot of fucking lines. Like
Good for them.
yeah, it was great. I'm all for that. I love the two of them catty as fuck.
I do too. Bring them back.
Yeah, more of that show. I want the hairdressers of 90210 show,
Yes.
and it's just those two learning about what's happening on this show. What if they kept that framing device up the whole season? And it was
I
like
would
every
love
episode,
that.
people had to go get a haircut. Like next episode, Jason shows up to get the goatee shaved off and like tell him what's going on with Val living next door. I think that would have been good. But now they're back together. Like Donna and Kelly like said two nice words to each other, and now they're best friends. And also,
I mean, that's how it goes.
it totally does. And also, there's a barbecue at the Walshes in a little bit for Valerie. Who's Valerie? Valerie's the girl's gonna be living in Brenda's room this year. Where's Brenda gonna be? She's staying at the Royal Academy of Arts because she got us. Oh wow, that's great. Well, I'll be there. Is David gonna be there? The Lady Holiday plot exposition in this episode fucking kills me. I don't know why his bow ties are always crooked.
It's kind of like, and I'm sorry to make this reference again, people, but it is kind of like in, I think, the first 4 Harry Potter books, we had to endure Harry Potter was a young wizard who found out he was a wizard this many years ago, and he was living with the Dursleys, and his friends were like explanation for a paragraph, and it's like, Joan, we know.
Yeah.
No one is
You know
starting
what, though?
this on book 4.
People were probably though, but I get that you kind of have to do that if you're writing a series and you want to get people caught up quick. You got to find like an interesting way to shove that backstory in there, just so that it's like just in case you were wondering, and everyone else will glide right past it.
I thought of another example too, one that actually makes more sense. Because Nancy Drew, I feel like you really could read those books in any order.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And there's always a first paragraph like, "Oh, Nancy Drew is a strawberry blonde driving her convertible, going to Carson Drew, her father, the big lawyer of Shaker Heights."
Right.
All of that was just there.
Yeah.
River Heights, not Shaker
Ohio.
Heights.
Oh, okay.
It matters.
Of course it does. All the details matter.
They do.
You know what? Either all of it matters or none of it matters. That's what we say. Boy, howdy. So everything's fine
back.
now.
Oh wait, they're
What's
at
that?
the airport.
Yeah, so they go.
They're at the
Yeah,
airport.
I was too. Yep. So yeah, Brandon shows up at the airport, and he and Jim have a conversation about the camera work on the NFL football and how it got better this year. You want to know why that happened?
Why?
Because Fox got the rights to the NFL, and started in August of '94, so it just happened, and it was a huge fucking deal because it was 3 networks and Fox in some markets, right? Like Fox wasn't around the country. It started in like 1988, 87, something like that, and it was this 4th random ass network, and it didn't have much going for it. At the start, it had Tracy Ullman and Married with Children, and then The Simpsons, and then 90210, but it only had programming on Monday through Friday, basically, or Monday through Thursday. I think they didn't have a primetime lineup that was national, so it was like their stuff was stuck on the top of whatever local station wanted to do that in the evenings. Is kind of how Fox worked until it got the rights to the NFL, because the NFL is so big and so many people want to watch it that now if like one of my Sunday games is going to be on a channel I don't even have, that's a problem for me. So I'm calling my local, whoever I complain to. So Fox getting the NFL was a huge fucking deal. And so that's also why Howie Long is at the airport, because he's an NFL football player who does commentary on the games. So Jim and Brandon are sitting there discussing how great the NFL looks now that it's on Fox. So there's a lot of the writers doing little things.
They were wearing the same outfit.
They were. How about that for 1994? Flannel like a motherfucker. Yeah. And Brandon has a goatee, which we've discussed, which is off-putting, but whatever. As someone who used to have a goatee, whatever. Who am I to judge?
I'm not mad about it. It's funny.
Have some facial hair, man. David, however, who happens to be walking through the airport right then after dropping off Mel and Aaron for a trip to Cleveland, I think is what he said, to visit some grandparents.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know whose grandparents. Are his grandparents in Cleveland now? I thought were those Mel's parents that lived and had the orgies? I think it was, right?
His mom's parents.
No, they were mad at Sheila. I thought they were mad at Sheila.
You think parents can't be mad at their own daughter?
Well, that's fair, but I don't remember. But I think those are Mel's parents, and so I don't know what they're doing in Cleveland. It's all very confusing, but it doesn't matter because he just had to be at the airport so that Brandon could invite him to a barbecue for Valerie. Who's Valerie? She's the person who's staying in Brenda's room this year. Brenda's not coming back? No, she got offered a full scholarship to the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts because she did so good this summer. Wow, I wonder if we'll ever see her again.
Every 10 minutes.
It just kept happening. And David's like, interesting. Okay, well, I'll see you later, B. Gotta go. I hope you enjoy your job at the coffee shop with your goatee. We're still at the fucking airport. And so
then we see Steve.
Oh yeah, right. So but they keep cutting back and forth to the airport. Like I think they go at that point to David's summer video.
Okay.
But they cut to him showing Kelly his video for the summer. So how did you like David's What I Did Over the Summer video?
It was surprisingly funny. I can't handle glow up David. I can't handle him thinking he's a stud. I need him to still be somewhat dorky because he is a major dork. Anyway, so I need that level of him still there until he attains some manner of self-awareness.
Mm.
But no, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed all uh the little like quiet jabs, like especially when the crabs went across. I went, that's incredible. That's what
Yeah.
hooked me. I went, this is great.
Yep.
And all, I mean, is there anything better than a video project for class?
No, I loved video projects. Oh, and now I'm in my
That's,
nostalgia corner.
I mean, that's where comedy shined as a teenager. That's when you
Uh-huh.
get to be really silly with your friends. You make mistakes. They're on film. Like,
Yep. Or you take wild swings.
yes.
Um, and then you show them in your honors English class when you're a senior in high school. But we can talk about that a little bit later.
We're French class.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, I quite enjoyed David getting crabs. Um, we've discussed this. I think the waterbed's a bad idea. Like, I don't know why you want to spend a whole, like, oh God. I think I just think even sleeping on a waterbed's a bad idea. Like, not enough lumbar
Yes.
support. It's a whole thing. I think you just end up sore, like, really, and largely unsatisfied.
It just sounds unsettling, like to feel yourself moving that much. And then
Yeah. It's not, yeah, I don't like if
like
you got an inner ear thing, I think it's bad.
I toss and turn a lot, and it's bad
Yeah.
enough that a lot of times I'm
Oh,
waking
God.
up when I turn. Oh my
If
God.
you
It would,
sleeping next to someone who tosses and turns on a waterbed is like, boom.
yep.
You just get tossed off the bed into the wall every time they fart. It's
Everyone would
ridiculous.
go flying off the bed.
Yeah, it's terrible. Especially if like the tossing and turning person is much heavier than the other person.
Oh, well, that's not a
Boing.
problem.
Oh, you end up splattered against the closet. It's and not in the way that you wanted. The middle of the night, unpleasant way. So David had crabs, but he didn't. He almost went on tour Babyface, and he didn't go on tour Babyface. And for a kid who just a couple months ago had been living off dry hand jobs, he had, oh my God, so much sex. And he's like not afraid to tell everybody that A, he had it, and B, that it had consequences.
Yeah.
And Ariel broke up with him, gave him the crabs, and now he's back in school getting an A- on his video project, and he's going to work for the campus TV station, which gives us David Silver behind the camera again, which is always kind of fun.
I'm ready for it.
David, get out! Get a lot of that. I hope for more of that. Back to the airport. We still haven't met Valerie. Do you know who Valerie is?
Who?
Yeah,
The
Valerie.
girl
She's the
sitting
one.
in Brenda's room?
Yeah, where's Brenda? So Valerie still is not here, but you know who is? Steve. Steve shows up at the airport on his plane ride from Hawaii, where he's just hanging out with Howie Long, sitting in first class, Sanders Management Group upgrade, lying to children about being Troy Aikman. Rude. And Troy Aikman, Howie Long apparently used to spank it to Samantha Sanders. So, like, that's creepy and weird. But it's like the only way Steve gets anywhere is to be like, oh, remember when you used to want to bone my mom?
Oh my God.
And now we're best friends, Howie Long. And so Brandon comes up and Brandon's like, bro, what's up with Celeste? And Steve's like, interesting you should ask, because I have a story to tell.
Hey, it's in the title. Other story.
It is. It really is. Everything was great with Celeste in Hawaii in July, spending a month and a half in fucking rich assholes with your 6-week vacations
I
in
know.
Hawaii.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Anyway, Celeste literally swam into the love of her life, old boyfriend from high school, gave Steve the old heave-ho, and here he is back in California, ready for the love of his life, Miss Kelly Taylor.
Yep.
Oops. So there's that. So finally we leave the airport, I guess, and Brandon's going to come pick up. Oh, you know who we haven't talked about?
Andrea and Dylan. Oh my God.
Yeah. Dylan is on a beach in Mexico. He's learned some rudimentary Spanish, so shouts to Dylan. I'll be there when I feel like it. Gosh.
Living on the beach.
He's basically living on the beach, not being able to pay for anything because Kevin and Suzanne stole all of his fucking money.
Jesus Christ, why would you give him all your money?
All of it. Yeah, bad idea. I never gave anybody any of the money.
I never touched that money.
That's right. So Dylan is depressed and drinking again on the beach, and he leaves his watch with the guy down there to sort of settle his bar tab. It was Jack's watch, so he's going to have to go back and get it at some point. But Dylan's in a bad way. He goes home, lays on his on the floor, listening to just rude ass voicemails from Iris and from a dry cleaner who just like, can you pick up your shit, please? He's like, I'm sorry, I got robbed. I was in Hawaii or Mexico or wherever I happened to have been.
I feel like he was in Baja, finally.
Finally got to Baja. Rosalita. Where was Rosalita? If you're going to go to Baja, maybe that's only for like romantic trysts.
He has no one now.
Not even Rosalita.
No.
He showed up without a chippy, and she was like, no, Senor Dylan. No, es no bueno. So things are very much no bueno for Dylan, and he's back in laying on his floor. Andrea and Jesse are going to take Hannah home, but first they have to tell you about what happened last time they tried to take her home in black and white. And I don't know, Hannah stopped breathing for a minute, like right after they were supposed to leave the hospital, and they got her back and she's doing okay now, and everybody's good, and Hannah's home, and Jesse's a bartender at Doheny, hottest spot in town. And yeah.
And Andrea's stuck at home, and I'm like, okay, so how is the gang gonna hang out with her? I'm very worried about what Andrea's character plot points are about to be.
Yeah, I think that's a fair concern. Andrea gets some shit to do this season. Don't worry. She's not, she's not like that the whole season where like the middle of it was where Brenda didn't get to do anything. It's not the whole season.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Andrea does have things. So, but I think you have a valid concern. How do you write for a 19-year-old with a kid when everyone else isn't doing that too?
See, my mind is exploding at the prospect of so many ideas. Like,
right, but that's 2025 ideas. In 1994, I think that since they'd never done it before, I think it was like, we don't know what we're doing here.
It's called talk to people. It's called hire writers who were young mothers or know something about that, have had children, and have an imagination.
Yeah, you're not wrong to be frustrated. And
these writers hate moms.
Well, I mean, look, have you met the moms on this show? They're all terrible.
Everyone but Cindy. Cindy's not terrible. Cindy. We'll get to it.
Cindy's hair's better. Slightly better.
Yes. Slightly better.
Slightly better. Then there's a barbecue for Valerie. Who's Valerie? She's the girl staying in Brenda's room this year. Brenda, where's Brenda? And we finally get to meet Valerie with the most adorable head toss.
Okay.
Hi, Brandon.
That was ridiculous. People
of course
are coming in. She is still just loading up the table, and I'm like, you're not from a small town, because you would have been like, oh, hi, still doing it, looking up and acknowledging people, but no, they had to have a me.
Yeah, of course, but come on, like, is this show going to do that any other way? Like, we have a new character. We have a new character to introduce. We've been talking about her for a half an hour with everybody. And you all know who she is.
If I don't get that when I'm 70 and finally making it,
I get it.
I will riot.
Turn that head.
Give me a cute hair toss.
Yep. But like, everyone knows that Kelly Kapowski is coming to 90210. Like,
is that
it's
her?
not like from Saved by the Bell. Yeah.
Okay.
She was already.
Know that?
I'm kind of surprised actually that you don't have just surface level understanding of like the names of characters on Saved by the Bell, because it was just kind of
Caffeine
out there in the
addiction.
firmament.
I only know the caffeine pill thing.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's not worth knowing. I'm not a Saved by the Bell person, um, but when she comes to the show, everybody knows it. Like it's been in the news. Shannon's out. Tiffany Amber Thiessen's coming in. We all know her as Kelly Kapowski, like the good girl, star of the show. Oh yeah, Kelly is she's babyface. No idea that she could be a chaos agent. Which it's clear at the end of this episode we're probably going to get from Val. But the whole thing's been building up to it. They've got to do a reveal. It has to be over the top and silly. And it has to be, look at how fucking cute she is.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Immediately captivated.
Yep. So, just the fucking head toss. And now it's Handshake-a-Palooza, where it's not enough we've talked about this character for a half an hour. Now, we gave you the head toss. Now she has to introduce herself to everyone. And then when she's playing basketball, okay, on the 6-foot rim, Jesus, that goal is so, like, Steve can dunk it without jumping. Like, that's how low that rim is. And so can Brandon, and Brandon is 5'6". So I don't know. There you have it. Yep. But so imagine a rim you could dunk on. That's how tall that rim is.
Wow.
Yeah. While she's playing basketball, we get the flashback of Donna telling Kelly about Valerie, which is what we're doing this week, just telling people about Valerie. And what happened in this flashback was they just got back from Lake Minnetonka, where apparently they had cleansed themselves. That is a Purple Rain reference.
Oh.
Yeah. Prince's movie Purple Rain. He's got his motorcycle and he's got like this hot woman, and he tells her that like she has to cleanse herself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka, and it's like tradition or whatever. So she strips naked and runs into the water and comes back, and he's like, that was great, but that's not Lake Minnetonka. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Anyway, they got back from Lake Minnetonka and get a phone call from Buffalo. How are things in Buffalo? Not good, because Victor Malone just killed himself. And Valerie is from Buffalo, and she's going to come to live with them and stay in Brenda's room, because the Walshes, they love, they give.
They love, they heal.
They do. Yeah. So that's Valerie's backstory, and now more than the Walshes and Kelly know it. Donna knows it too, but quiet as it's kept. But we know it. So we know that there's shit going on with Valerie that other people don't know, even though she seems delightful. Everyone's having a great time, and they're going to go out on the town. What if we looked at the Man's Chinese Theater, the Stars Walk of Fame? What if we go to Doheny? It's the hottest spot in town. That's where Jesse works, you know. And so they all get changed and dressed and gussied up, and they go out and they have a party and they dance. And she gets to meet Jesse in person. No one has to tell Jesse about Valerie. He meets her. It's nice.
Yeah.
Good for him. Andrea, on the other hand, maybe I'll get to meet her one day. I'm breastfeeding on camera, which, you know, props.
You know, shout out to them at least being like, hey, you know, breastfeeding. Let's normalize it. Let's show it on TV.
Yeah. I like it. It's a shame that Andrea has to just be off by herself, but
yep.
You know, also, like, that's what happens when you have a baby and you breastfeed. Like, sometimes you have to feed the baby.
I feel like that's probably pretty accurate, as women feeling very, very alone for a while. Because, like,
I would think so.
You know, they're tired. And, like, I know when I had a friend have a baby last year, I was like, I'm going to want to see you, but I'm also going to be afraid of bothering you. And she's like, just call. Like,
yeah. Because they're also recovering from a major medical procedure. You know, like, it's a lot. So, and now granted, it's been months. Andrea is like 4 or 5 months out. She's probably healed up and feeling better, but they had the whole preemie thing, and that was a big stressor, and there's a lot going on for Andrea and Jesse. But she's off camera. She just talked to Donna on the phone, which is nice.
At the club.
And at the club, Doheny's the hottest spot in town. It's where Jesse works. But then David shows up, baggy, big ass suit, very much of the time. And he's got a girl or something with him. He's with a girl. We don't
I
talk to
think he
her.
just picked up a girl.
Probably because this dude fucks now. Like, come on. He had waterbed for a whole weekend, crabs for a lifetime. No, he's got some medicine. It's fine. I looked up that medicine. It's for lice, by the way. So probably would be used to treat crabs. Yeah, right.
Gross.
I know it's bad. All of it, not good.
Be
This
safe.
is what happens. This is what happens when David fucks. It's bad stuff. Just, yeesh. But Donna gets upset, and so she storms off. She wants to leave, but whatever. Who cares? It's fine. They're gonna stay broken up for a minute. People are gonna do other stuff. They go home, and Brandon and Kelly smoochy a little bit more, and Brandon goes home, has a nice little moment with Val in the bathroom. Kelly's talking.
Into almost kiss.
Yeah, well, they were first kissed. Show me yours, I'll show you mine, and I sure did.
Well, there was a definite moment of like holding there a second too long and then release, and I'm like, this fucking bathroom is so horned up.
It's a horned up bathroom. It's the tile. It's that.
Okay.
It's because it looks like a grade school. It's like
Jesus
grade school
Christ.
tile in their bathroom. Doesn't it though?
I don't
It
know
looks
why
like a
that
grade
would
school from.
contribute to being horned up.
I don't know, but it looks like a grade school bathroom from the 80s. So I don't know, just what it is. Anyway, she's gonna like it here, and then she goes and rolls a joint, calls Ginger, and shits on everybody.
Ugh.
Bunch of avocado heads. Yep.
It's so great. I loved it. I was like, "Ooh, we got breastfeeding and a joint rolling
Yep.
in one episode."
Yep.
Damn.
And so we got Valerie as a mysterious creature of the night. Who knows what's going on with this chick? I mean, she's got this dark backstory where she's overcoming some trauma. She likes drugs, at least weed. She likes alcohol. She thinks you should probably try to get some if you're in college. Guess what? That doesn't make you a bad girl. That makes you everyone I've ever met.
Right.
Like, I guess it's good that someone came on the show and pointed out the fact that none of these fools try to get drunk at frat parties on the weekend. Like,
they are some of the most chaste teenagers. Again, for being in LA. Like, if this was, I don't know, middle of the country, middle America, I could kind of see it, but this is
no,
wild.
man, keg stands and shit. Like, not one of these people has done a keg stand yet, and I don't understand it because that's where Steve lives. I don't know. It's funny. But and then, one last cut to Kelly on the phone. A lot of people talking on the phone this episode. She's talking to
90s.
Donna. Yeah. And Dylan is standing on a lifeguard stand nearby, creeping in his Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah.
Looking good.
I'll be watching you.
Yeah. 100%. So that's what happened in this episode. 47 minutes later. Although,
We had a lot of fun.
and also that there was like 5 minutes in there for me to go ice up some cinnamon rolls and shit.
Yeah.
So, what was this episode really about?
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
When in doubt, go back to your first love.
Okay.
Steve's doing that with Kelly. Dylan does it with Brenda or Kelly. Since Brenda's not coming back, he's like, fine, Kelly's my first love now. We're soulmates, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Donna, longing, missing David,
Mm-hmm.
just when in doubt, go back to your first love. Brandon did it
Yeah.
last season with Emily.
Yes, he did. Yeah, I agree. I had something similar, which was, let's go back to high school. Because Steve is back in love with Kelly.
Yep.
And David is back behind the camera, and Dylan is back on the bottle, and fuck off Iris. Like, let's just go right on back to high school. Like, all the things we used to do. I kind of like that.
Flirting in the
Narratively,
bathroom. That's also
flirting 100%. Yes, right back to high school. They even start with Brenda's diploma. Like,
Yep.
but I like the tacking back to things that we know about the characters, and like because not like David is never going to be interested in being a videographer again. That's how we met him.
Yeah.
We know it's a hobby of his, so he'll pick it back up again. Cool. And then the Steve, I like it because it still connects us to what we're doing, but it gives you the chance to use it in new ways.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, you get the hilarious David Has Crabs video out of it, you know, and like, I prefer videographer David to musician David.
Absolutely.
Except for Switch It Up, because it's my favorite thing in the world.
Good grief.
But look, he solved racism. I don't know what more you want from me.
You're right.
It's been years since this happened, and God damn it, this is a hill I'm going to die on.
Everything's fine. Nothing is wrong.
That's right.
No one is being disenfranchised.
No, everything's good. It's totally fine. All right, what else was this episode really about? I have a bunch of different things. So.
Oh, I'm glad, because I mean, I thought I did, and now I'm just. Here's the main thing that really got my goat this episode, and probably the soapbox is coming out. Cindy is dissatisfied, and I don't blame her.
Yeah.
Okay. She's ignored by Brandon and Jim, and it's treated like it's funny.
Right.
Fuck off. It's not. Yeah. She's okay. Also, guys, food is expensive and I'm poor and I'm scared. Anyway, when she asks about what am I going to do with all this extra food? I'm like, oh my God, go to a food shelter. You can't tell me you don't know about food banks or some shit. And also Kelly and Donna are just sitting there like, what's food?
They know what carrot cake is.
It's probably like 1,000 calories. Oh my God, I can't with that shit. But I'm also not a teenage girl anymore.
Right.
Everyone be better than we all were teenagers. Anyway,
that's the hope.
So
dear Lord.
That's the hope. So yeah, you know, Cindy's just sitting there with the only people who might listen to her asking about, what do I do with this extra food? Because clearly no one is eating enough of Cindy's food, even though it's probably amazing and it's the best meal they're going to get in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And then once again, they're still ignoring her because she's wasting all of her talents on the wrong people. Steve bashes her carrot cake.
Did he bash it? Did he say it wasn't good?
Okay, he knocked it. What are we doing sitting around here eating carrot cake?
Oh, okay. I feel like Steve is dissing the notion of carrot cake, which is far more offensive, but is not so much about Cindy. But go ahead.
Fair enough. And look, full disclosure, I don't care for carrot cake, but
carrot cake's good. It's vegetables. God damn it.
Well, some of us are adults and can eat vegetables without putting them in dessert.
Some of you are fools.
Some of us have digestive issues and need vitamins wherever we can get them on the rare time we can absorb them.
Look, steam me some broccoli. I'll eat the shit out of it. Don't even fool yourself. But, you know, carrot cake's yummy.
I don't sauce on it.
I don't even need that.
Oh, I do.
What if we go? I wonder how those grilled orchids taste with a little coconut sauce.
Grilled orchids, the flower?
Yeah, didn't you remember when Steve gave her the lei of orchids, and then and he's like, well, I wonder how these taste grilled at the barbecue. And
what a weird thing to say.
And then Brandon said oyster sauce to Kelly, and then they walked past the camera. There's a lot of walking past the camera.
I missed that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, the last key point to Cindy is dissatisfied as hell, and people better watch out. She's reading Anna Karenina.
Now, I've never read Anna Karenina.
That is a red flag if I've ever seen one. I mean...
You don't mean communist, do you?
No! I just mean in terms of like... Yes, no, I got it. Okay, Jeff, you're so funny.
It was a Fletch reference. Come on.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
The only thing that could be more indicative of a woman in pain would be if she's reading the Bell Jar.
Got it. Okay. I haven't read that either. It turns out, I guess, I don't read a lot of books about women in pain.
Nope. And I mean, It's my forte.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
got
your
this close
wheelhouse.
to buying a book on that in that same vein last night. Like what I did there?
I
Vein.
did.
Anna Karenina, Sylvia Plath.
Oh, I don't see. I don't know anything about that. You made a joke I don't understand, but that's great
They
because
all
I do
think
that
it's
shit all the
funny.
time. So.
Yay! It's Leslie's inside joke show. So yeah, everyone better appreciate my girl Cindy, or she is going to have an affair and then throw herself under a train, and you all are going to regret not eating her carrot cake.
No shit. I mean, one day Cindy's not going to be there to make carrot cake for you fools. And
Where's
you're
the
gonna wish.
photographer when we need him?
Yeah, where's Glenn? You know what?
Glenn!
One day, Brandon is going to have to call Cindy and get her famous recipe for bourbon sweet potatoes. Like, she's not going to just be there to make them. So, I'm just
I
saying.
need that.
I know, it does sound good, doesn't it?
Jesus.
I mean, obviously, this episode is really about the Valerie intro, but we've beat that to death. How about Jim is shit at background checks? Kevin and Suzanne were in a book of mugshots.
No shit.
And Jim's crack investigative team, who put together a millions of dollar deal to finance this guy, they didn't uncover that they had criminal records and had mugshots. Look, I'm all for Jim being mad at these kids fucking with his money. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm yes, sir. Jim, you need to haul your ass over to Dylan's house. It's only like a block away. And thank him for saving you from costing your company hundreds of millions of dollars because you didn't do your due diligence and find out that the guy you were about to invest in, all these serious people that you brought into and got all their financing, you almost cost them all their retirement savings, I assume. And you didn't because Dylan took the bullet for you. So go thank him, asshole. I didn't know I was mad at Jim.
From the streets.
Yeah, I didn't know I was mad at Jim in this circumstance, but it just occurred to me how much money he almost cost everyone at his job. Like, Jim was about to get fired for this shit.
Except, here's a query. Because I feel like Kevin knew they were going to eventually be found out by Jim's team, and that's why he wanted to pull Dylan away from that. Because the more people involved, the more likely they were going to get found out and arrested sooner.
I think that's probably true, but they got all the way to the point of like Jim begging him to sign the papers.
Yeah, I think this is back in the day when things used to move along more quickly, and instead of all the hoops we have to go through now. So
I
thanks,
think it's
Kevin
TV
and
show bullshit.
Suzanne. It is.
I think it's TV show bullshit, but like I was trying to think of like what the right point at the sting it would have been for Dylan to save Jim, but I don't quite have it from like this, you know, it's a little too murky for me. But it's like right, like it is, Lonigan is walking in there ready to place his bet on Lucky Dan. Lucky Dan to place. No, but he bets it to win. So that's the problem. See, I just spoiled. Sorry, the sting.
God damn it!
But Lonigan's walking in with his briefcase, and Lonigan's best friend, or no, then what happens? It's not. This is how it is. Okay, God, I figured it out. All right, he's walking in to give his money up, and the person who talked him into doing it, Johnny Hooker, stops him and puts his own money on the line instead. Like, Johnny Hooker just saved Doyle Lonigan from losing all of his money. And so Doyle should go thank Johnny Hooker. But Dylan saved Jim's ass because Jim is shit at background checks. Walking past the camera was big in this episode. David and Brandon, they walk past the camera with their little cart. Brandon and Kelly, after the coconut sauce, walk past the camera. Brandon and Steve at the barbecue walk past the camera.
I loved it.
It's so funny. They do it so much. I feel like it's just it feels to because Brandon is in all of those. I think it's a thing that Jason liked to do.
I know. I really where does Jason get to be funny? Because I feel like this is an untapped resource.
I don't know, to be honest, because like most of his stuff since then I haven't seen. Like he was on a TV show in Canada, but I don't know if it's ever available in the US. I've never tried.
I need to see him on a sitcom.
Yeah, but the problem
God.
is that like you can tell he's being funny when he's being funny, like on his face.
Well,
You know,
that's fine. Oh, because we don't have other famous comedians doing that.
no, true, very true. Um, this episode loved a fucking flashback, as we've discussed.
Oh my God. In black and white, in some choppy
Yep.
pacing. It was crazy.
Yeah. Do you have anything else that it might really be about? Because I have one last thing.
Go for it.
Everything's new. Like there's just so much new in this episode, and I kind of want I want your reaction to the new things. Okay.
Okay.
New intro.
Okay. The only problem I had with it was they chopped up the music in a weird way that made it seem like they were shortening it, but they added people to the credits.
Yeah.
So I was like, what did you do? So maybe they cut out more of the saxophone part. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna need to listen to it again.
Yeah.
They futzed with it in a way that didn't need to be futzed with. But I mean, they clearly wanted to make a statement like, Brenda's gone. She's not coming back.
New show.
New show. New look. I mean, everything was brighter. Everyone was happier. It was.
Jesse is in the opening credits.
No more pain.
Yeah,
Jesse. I know Jesse. Oh, it was so great seeing him in the opening credits.
You know what's fun is like this is the first time we've gotten to see it, and I'm glad that it hits the same way. But it's always like when someone new ends up in the opening credits, you're like, "Yay, they made it!"
I can't wait for when Nat makes it,
and he does
because I know that's coming.
Yeah.
Shout out to whoever on Instagram keeps posting the little snippets of all their different opening credit looks. Because that's a key giveaway, like, yes! Into like either how long they're staying or when they make the opening credits. So.
Yeah. Yep. So we have two new people in the opening credits. We have new haircuts in this episode. How do you feel about Brenda and Donna's new haircuts? And obviously...
You mean Kelly and Donna.
Kelly and Donna, not Brenda. Brenda, we don't know what she's up to. She probably got
I was not a big fan of Kelly's haircut.
Okay, neither was she, apparently, in the... it's kind of okay. Like, when she was at the hairdresser, and she's like, how do we feel about the new look?
Again, I have seen future looks. I can't wait for what her hair is going to look like. Okay. The, like, curls, the short curls, which, again, you can only do if you've got money and people to do it for you.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not digging her hair right now, but they added more layers to it, so it looked a little better. It's something different. I had no idea what they were doing to Donna's hair with just the top layers being curled because her hair is kind of all one layer. But it looks cute, I was not bothered by Brandon's goatee because again, it made me think of Michael Scott in season 5 when he has a goatee. So I was laughing for all the wrong reasons.
It didn't make you think of the Star Trek episode with the evil doppelgangers?
Oh, mirror episodes?
Yeah, anytime there's someone with a goatee, it's the evil version of them, obviously.
Oh my God, he's copying Cisco. That's incredible. Because Cisco doesn't really feel like no one really feels like they have found their footing as captain until they figure out their hair, unless you're Patrick Stewart.
Figured that out right away. You didn't have much of a choice.
Low-hanging fruit. But yeah, when Captain Cisco gets his goatee, that's when he is like
Okay.
has found
Comes
his
into
footing.
his power.
So
Got it.
yes.
Okay. Yeah. I
Chosen.
don't. I'm. Brandon's goatee does not last.
I
It,
know.
it might be like this episode. Like it's he gets rid of it pretty quick. Um,
That's
but for
funny.
one glorious trip to the airport, we had this goatee. So, I guess
But
don't weep that we have lost. Rejoice that we loved at all. I think that's where we should be with Brandon's goatee. Um, it was just new,
no.
new stuff.
Dylan had some scruff too. It looked kind of nice,
Dylan,
even though
how do you feel about Dylan's depressed Canadian tuxedo in Mexico? I mean, he's in full continental.
honestly, I'm more interested in Dylan again because
Yeah.
he really didn't. I don't feel like he had much to do acting wise
Hmm.
last season. He was all about getting close to this so-called family that wasn't really his family and didn't even feel like chosen family. I don't know. It was weird. And he was leaving behind everyone else. He was so disinterested in Kelly. He did not even seem interested when Brenda was, giving
Hmm.
herself to him at
Right.
the end
When
of
they were
last
falling
season.
out of camera.
Yeah, so this just feels like Luke Perry is interested in the role again,
Yeah. Hmm?
and I don't blame him.
Yeah,
Like,
he's got something meaty to chew on.
yeah, you have I mean, the whole thing with him being traumatized last season from getting held up at gunpoint, that didn't last very long, and he
No.
never really dealt with it. This feels like they're going to give it some staying power.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I'm very interested. And I mean, as I
Nice.
texted you, there better be more explanation
Yeah.
because when all he said was, like my family was in a mug book, I went, you better give me more.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
Yep. No. Yeah. This we got a ride that we're gonna go on here with Dylan.
Like, where's Erica? I'm so worried about Erica.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we're going on a ride, and we have started that ride. What did this make you nostalgic for?
A few things. Because, we brought up stuff in the episode, but I may have mentioned this before. There was a club in Louisville that had an underage night,
Uh-huh.
and I only got to go once, which is kind of amazing that I got to go at all. But I mean, yeah, a bunch of us from Floyd's Nubs made the trip over to Louisville one Friday night and danced the night away. And it was right after a show had closed too. So I think my body was like, great, we can let everything go. And just, I was so sick the next day. And I don't think it was from like dancing or anything, although there were a ton of people and like, germs abound. But
Sure.
I think it was mostly the post show sickness that a lot
Yeah.
of people get. So weird thing to be nostalgic for. It's mostly for the one time I convinced my mom to let me go out to a club and I
There
got
you
to
go.
dance with people. So
Nice. Well, I have a lot of things that this kind of makes me nostalgic for. I have a similar story about going to a bar in Louisville when I was underage on an underage night, but I'll find some other time to tell that story.
okay.
I'm pretty sure I've already told the story of the Hansel and Gretel video I made when I was in high school.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think I might have told that. But David will do some camera stuff later, so I can tell that story later. So I guess what this makes me nostalgic for is that this is when I came to 90210. I had watched it previously and just hated on it. Like, what, Donna Martin graduates? Fuck her. They should all fail.
Yeah.
Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I watched it a little bit this summer because there's bikinis and stuff, and I was 15. 50. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Shut up. Leave me alone. I am at work. Get out of the road. But this was the beginning of my freshman year of college. And I met some people in the dorms, and one of the people I met was someone who would go on to become one of my best friends, Dina. And so we had known each other for like a week and a half at this point. And she's like, I'm going to watch the season premiere of 90210 tonight. Like, I'm super stoked. Kelly Kapowski's going to be on it. It's like, and I'm like, you watch that bullshit? Okay, I'm coming over. And I went just to mock her interest in this show. And joke's on me, motherfuckers, because it's 30 years later and I'm doing this. But I was just, it wasn't hate watching. It was like mock watching. Like, it was watching it to make fun of her for enjoying it. And I came to love the watching it and the discussing it after how ridiculous all of it was. And it all started this episode. So, and then of course I went, because it was on the SoapNet or whatever channels it was on in syndication. So I went back and I rewatched, and during college, it was on for like 2 hours every day on TV.
Oh, wow.
So if you were just
Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, same deal. Like, you would come home from class at like 10 in the morning or whatever, and from 10 to noon, 90210 would be on. So you just watch old episodes. And that's how I saw those first few seasons a bajillion times. It's because they were just on TV all the time. And that's how you binged and caught up on stuff, is syndication. So this makes me nostalgic for the beginning of my real-time 90210 experience. So the season premiere.
Thanks, Dina.
I know, right? Shouts to Dina. Make sure that I remind her to listen to this episode. Who is your Steve Sanders Memorial worst person of the episode?
Everyone ignoring Cindy. Fuck you all.
All right. I like it. I think you're standing up for Cindy this episode.
Give my girl Carol Potter more to do.
Give her more to do. Yep. I'm not sure how much that's going to happen, but I'm with you.
Oh, no.
I know. There's only so many minutes, and there's new characters on the show. So, I'm going to go with Steve for pretending to be Troy Aikman and fucking with that little kid in the airport.
Oh, that is lame.
Although it's also kind of funny. Like, sure.
Yeah, I'll sign this for you, kid.
Get away, you bother me, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's pretty fine in this episode. I
have no reason to be mad at Val yet.
No, not yet. Oh boy, you'll have reasons.
I'm sure.
Like, this, I mean,
I'm sure everyone is shocked that I am at all intrigued by her, because they're all just sitting on this like, oh, wait till you find out. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. We'll get there. But for right now, I'm going to enjoy this moment of like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think anyone will feel that way, because like at this point, Valerie is a mysterious little wrinkle that is up to something. And we know that she's presenting one face to the group and another face is who she really is. And she's ready to start some shit, like you can totally, she's gonna ramp it up. But right now we just have this like intriguing little puzzle box.
I don't think you should trust anyone who says, I'm really happy to be here, unprompted.
Yeah, this is exactly what I hoped it would be.
I prayed for this.
Yeah, no, you didn't. Don't believe it for a second.
No.
And not for nothing. Someone who is her trauma response to the loss of her father is weird.
Great.
I mean, well, just based on what we've seen.
Well,
right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, based on what we've seen, absolutely. But again, I think, I don't know, she's what, 19?
Right.
She's 19. She's getting to be away. Like, I can tell you more about what I did away from home the first year my dad was living as a stroke survivor than I could tell you about what was happening at home.
Sure.
I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to be living in that world.
I get that.
Yeah.
And,
so like,
and as someone who was going through something very similar to Valerie at exactly this moment in time, not a parent, but doesn't matter. Everyone gets to do this their own way. right? Everyone
Yeah.
gets to process things their own way. I'm only pointing it out here because I want us to pay attention to the things that Valerie does in the context of her being in a trauma response. Because
Okay.
I've never paid attention to it that way. I've only paid attention to Valerie doing Valerie shit because Valerie does Valerie shit.
Well,
Never in the context of her dad just killed himself. Even though, and the people who know the show know that we're never getting rid of this story and it keeps changing and it's a whole fucking thing and it drives me crazy. But we'll deal with it as it goes.
because
Um,
I'm a little I'm a little confused why she was sent to live with the Walshes.
right.
Because I know
Yeah.
how my mom was after everything. Yeah, I don't. This is
There's
odd
some
to me.
mention. There's some mention made of Abby having to take care of the little ones, which implies that Valerie has siblings. And Valerie's college age, so maybe it's just good for Valerie to get away from all of that. Like I could see them wanting
Yeah.
to be like, go here for a little while, take a breath, get out
Yeah.
of this because this is bad. Um, I mean, it's a reasonable thing that people might do, you know.
Sure.
But I'm just like, I might every now and then remind us that like that crazy shit Valerie just did this episode. Remember 2 months ago that her dad killed himself or whatever?
Yeah.
Because I think that they don't bring it up. Excuse
Of course
me.
not. I'm
Like
surprised they
as
even said suicide.
right. But I mean like as the story goes, like Valerie's arc this season isn't girl dealing with her dad's death. It's
Mm.
Chaos Agent come to town. And so I'd like to look at Chaos Agent come to town in that light. So I might remind us of that every now and again because again I've never done it before. And it
Okay.
might be an interesting lens for what Val gets into this year, which Cheese Meisters is some stuff. All right, but I think we did it.
We did it.
All right. So join us here on Friday, Cheese Meisters, when we are going to watch Airplane.
Yay!
Yep. Leslie suggested it, and I was like, "Well, let's see what," because I hadn't watched the episode yet. And then I heard over the loudspeaker, or no, there were jokes, so not jokes, but like there's jokes over the loudspeaker in Airplane. And anytime you're in a TV show where there's an airport and a loudspeaker, if you're not thinking of the white zone is for loading and unloading, no, the red zone is for loading and unloading. If you're not thinking of that argument, then I don't know what's going on in your head. So like that's happening, and I'm thinking of Airplane. And then Cindy mentions that the plane was delayed because the pilot got food poisoning or something over
Yes.
and I'm like, fuck, now we have to watch Airplane. So which I'm so excited for, and we've already discussed the spelling connection, but tune in anyway. When I tell you what the spelling connection is, it's wonderful. Yeah, and then next week, join us here when we watch season 5, episode 2, Under the Influence.
Under the influence. Under the influence. I don't know.
We're gonna get it. You know what? We're gonna have some real strong '90s R&B vibes.
Hell yeah.
And throughout the remainder of the college years, there's a lot of '90s R&B played in the soundtrack and live on this show. I mean, we already had Babyface, so Mr.
Can't
Face.
wait.
Yeah. But until then, Cheese Meisters.
Bye.
Bye.